7:14 on a cloudy Thursday. I wanted to say Monday, but it's like
sometimes it feels like Monday.
Hey, real quick, Indulgence on 62 in the River Rock Inn is serving all you can eat steak and shrimp this Friday night, the 10th. Call them 425-5544 for details.
Cool.
Get your headphones adjusted?
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe I can hear something.
Dotc Osgood.
How are you?
Good to have you back.
That is nice to be back. I love being on the radio, just talking to people about what we do, and
Fun.
it's fun. You know, we have a sign out front that says, let's put your head on straight if you got headaches. And you know, a lot of people think that they have headaches because their body is suffering from an aspirin shortage. And so all they do is just take BC powders or aspirin, and they're popping those pills like it's crazy. And I personally don't know why you'd want to take a bunch of pills.
Welcome to the 50s. Pill for this, pill for that.
Right. I don't know why you'd want to take a bunch of pills when those type of issues, especially headaches. Headaches is probably one of the easiest things to be fixed with chiropractic care. Because most headaches, not all headaches, but most headaches can come from the neck and the misalignments in the neck that cause nerve pressure to tighten up on muscles, and then you start getting headaches from that. So it's a pretty simple process, and it's something that you don't have to just live with, because we work on them all the time. That's probably one of the bigger things that we see in the office is people with headaches.
And what's the testimonials coming back after, say they've been getting some adjustments for, say, 6 weeks?
Yeah, after a few visits even, you notice quite an improvement typically. I'd say with 80 to 90% of folks who come in within a few visits, they've either decreased completely or decreased greatly the amount of headaches, intensity of the headaches, you know, and even migraines. People who have just really debilitating migraines where they have to be in a dark room and just lay quiet.
Really?
It even helps those people as well. Now, I can't say for sure we'll take all the migraines away, but for the most part, with migraine sufferers, we decrease greatly the symptoms and help them tremendously. So,
well, even any time that I've had a so-called headache, it's normally in the winter time with the dry gas heat.
Yeah,
because the vent is over by the bed.
Yeah,
and I'll wake up
sinuses
with a real clear nose, but kind of a sinus pressure.
I
can get in the shower, get the steam going a little bit, and in a couple of minutes. So how much of this could be sinus related that you can help?
We can actually help the sinuses as well. We work with folks who have chronic sinus issues. There's an actual move that we have that will help with the facial bones and help to kind of move those sinuses around just a little bit. I call it a sinus pump. And it actually will help to pump those sinuses. And a lot of folks, in fact, most of them, after I finish it with them, get up off the table and they can feel them draining. You can feel them just starting to drain. So that and ear issues as well. I have a lot of folks who have, where they'll get fluid buildup in the ear. They'll be prone to getting ear infections. And we have an actual adjustment for the ear that helps the eustachian tubes to drain.
Well, what about children that have gone and had tubes?
Tubes. We save kids from having tubes as well. We've had real good success by adjusting the ears and the upper cervical, the upper part of the neck, to help the eustachian tube drain, to help all of the drainage system in the ear work better. It helps to kind of open all of that up. So. Yeah, we can save kids from tubes most of the time, as well. So, yeah, all those little things that you didn't know chiropractic could help with.
That's interesting.
We have all kinds of little tips and techniques, and a lot of it's on the website, mountainhomechiro.com. I don't think the ear adjustment's necessarily there. That's one of those things that we just do. It's like a normal thing for us. But a lot of good information for people who don't really know what chiropractic care can do. And I thought I like to bring in something new once in a while, and I thought I'd bring in, we talk about feet. I have talked about feet on the program before, but it's one of those things that kind of gets overlooked a little bit. A lot of people can walk around, just have painful feet and just live with it. They put in these Dr. Scholl's and
I tried
just
those.
Yeah, I know. Just
they lasted about 15 minutes.
Yeah, they just walk around and just live with pain. If you're having pain, especially in the heel itself, typically it can be tied to heel spurs. And what I would do is just take a picture of it, see if you've got a little spur sticking out.
An X-ray.
An actual X-ray. See if you got a spur sticking out, so that we can find it for sure. And then there's treatment that you don't have to get these cortisone shots in the heel, which are really painful.
I've had that done.
And you can use what we have at the office is ultrasound treatment. It works extremely well with getting the scar tissue that's built up around the spur to stretch and lengthen, and you get it to the pain to decrease greatly by just remodeling the scar tissue around that spur. What ultrasound therapy does is it goes in and it provides penetrating sound waves to the area where muscle connects to bone.
Mm-hmm.
And around a spur is a lot of scar tissue and inflammation that's built up in that area, and that's what's creating the pain. Scar tissue is probably one of the most painful tissues that you have.
Yeah.
And when you use the ultrasound treatment on it, you are bombarding it with these sound waves, and those sound waves...
So I should have stuck my foot by the speaker with Molly Hatchet.
Yeah, there you go. Probably won't penetrate deep enough. But these sound waves will hit deep down in where that's at, and it will break up the scar tissue, and within a few treatments, you're going to notice a great difference. Some people, it takes 6 treatments of ultrasound, and I adjust as well, because if you adjust the bones of the feet, then you will also help to realign things like the arches and the support in the arches, and to get all those bones working properly as well. So it's, we use a different, several pronged approach, I guess. We use ultrasound. Sometimes we'll use deep tissue massage if it's bad enough. We've got a great deep tissue massage therapist who can get down in there and really work the kinks out of feet, legs, all over the body, lower back, upper back, neck. But with the feet themselves, there's several things that can help chiropractically. One of the main ones we use is ultrasound therapy to
I can see how that would work. Yeah,
it really does work. It really does work great. And then we give you
ultra high supersonic frequencies.
Just pushing against that and breaking it up, and almost like what they do nowadays with like kidney stones, breaking them up with sound waves, and it's almost like that. It's just a different frequency. You're not going to use that much.
Well, it's kind of like this. Let's describe it like this. In a thunderstorm, you get a lot. You get that real heavy boom, 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 and the windows rattle.
Yeah,
similar
sound waves. So there's a lot of power in ultrasound, and we use it on several different things. But heel spurs is just one of them.
Wow.
And we have really, really good success at getting you back under control. Instead of having to wear these boots at night, when you're sleeping and trying to stretch the foot, and it's okay. Those are treatments as well. But this one works extremely well without having to go through all of that. And
if you ever had a needle
shots,
in your heel,
the shots are just they're horrible.
Mm.
So needles in the heel.
I didn't have to have a rocket to get to the moon.
That's rough. Mm. So we try to do everything possible to help the structural alignment and the functional capacity of the spine and the tissues around joints. And so any area where there's a joint that has dysfunction, like the feet, that's not functioning right, we can provide help with those areas.
What about ankle realignment with the foot?
All the bones of the ankle
move. 30 million years ago, I sprained my left ankle playing softball.
Yeah, you roll your ankle or whatever, and you're gonna misalign those ankle bones. And I have folks who've come in and had this pain for a while in their foot or their ankle. We get in there and we adjust it. Sometimes you'll hear an audible pop.
Yeah.
Sometimes you won't hear anything, but you'll get the movement restored and you'll get the alignment restored. And most of the time they get up off the table and go, wow, I can put pressure on that now. And it's working like it should. So, you know, ankles, knees, hips, people with elbows, wrists, all of those issues. You know, if you're suffering with something chronic, it just won't go away, or you know, you have a job where you're doing repetitive motion all the time and you're working your wrists or your elbows, it's easy to have an issue.
Well, let me ask you back on the foot issue, because I see a lot of people. I wear athletic shoes almost 99% of the time. Once in a while, I'll put on a pair of dress shoes when I go to church.
Yeah.
But then I see flip-flops.
Yeah.
I see Army-style boots, steel-toe boots. Then, of course, you got women with different styles of shoes. The sole may be 1 inch. The heels could be 5 inch. I mean, clomping around. Right. When I was in Vegas, I thought, my goodness, they need a safety net with some of these shoes, you know. Well, how do you, I mean, well, these shoes hurt my feet. But duh.
No doubt.
You know.
There's, the rule of thumb is you want good support for your feet all the time. No matter what you're doing, you want to have good support. So a good athletic shoe with good arch support. If that's not enough, you can have custom-made orthotics. We do that at the office as well. A place called Foot Levelers makes them for us, and yeah, they're expensive. They're not like $60 for the Dr. Scholl's machine at Walmart, but you're having custom-made orthotics done because of a cast that we make for your foot. So it's a little different. It's a little different.
Matched.
Yeah, it's a little different from the infrared reading machine, but we use a cast. We use a cast for your foot so that you can see exactly what's going on with the arches and everything else. So, and they make it custom for your feet, and it's made out of stronger material, so it lasts longer, leathers and things like that. So, really, really good. It can be a couple $100, but it lasts for a long time, and you're going to get a lot better results than you might from a generic, you know, A, B, C, D, or E off the shelf at Walmart. So,
you know, I haven't used that infrared thing, but one time I thought, well, you know, I was at a pharmacy or Walgreens or something. I thought, well, I'll try these. I had a new pair of shoes that hurt my foot.
Yeah.
They were like $15, so I bought them.
Yep.
Stuffed them in my shoe, and I thought these were supposed to help.
Yeah.
And it didn't. It actually made it worse.
And
so I took them out and threw them away.
Yeah, you can have that problem sometimes too. So, you know, if you're having issues with the feet, especially with your job, if you're on concrete all the time, that's one thing's a real killer for the feet.
Yeah.
You know, think about the orthotics. We custom fit them there in the office, and then we send them off and have them made. And within a week or so, you have your orthotics back and you're in business. But, you know, foot pain, heel pain especially, all those things can be fixed. It's just about getting to the mechanics of the problem instead of, like I said before, just popping an aspirin or popping some anti-inflammatories and hoping that helps. It's not going to get to the root of the problem, and typically the root of a problem that's chronic and long-standing is a mechanical issue.
It's kind of like painting your house with watercolors. Once the heavy rain comes, it's going to wash it away, and you got what was underneath.
You still got it there. Yeah, so if it's a mechanical issue, the biomechanics of the muscles and the tissues and the bones, if we can realign and straighten and get function restored, then you're going to actually get to the root of the problem instead of, you know, just getting the symptoms, you know, like the inflammation and the pain. We'll get to the problem and fix it. So,
down to the last 50 seconds, let's tell folks where you're located and how they can contact you. There's several ways they can.
Yeah, mountainhomechiro.com. Good website, a lot of good information. In contact area there too. You can ask me a question. It sends me an email and I respond to you directly. And so it's a good way to, you know, non-confrontationally just send me an email, excuse me, in your leisure time and ask me a question. I love getting those. Call us at 425-4424. We'll get you in and usually take some x-rays, do a nerve scan. All that's just $37. I make that intro to chiropractic affordable so that you can spend your money on the care instead. And, you know, there's a lot of insurance plans now that cover chiropractic care.
Bet.
So,
well, Dr. Osgood helped me many times. I guarantee he can help you too. Give him a call today. Real quick, National Weather Service has just now issued a flash flood watch just north of the state line from West Plains west. It looks like Ozark and Howell County is affected by this. So if you're going up into Caulfield and over around West Plains area, watch out. There is a flash flood warning just been issued. Be right back.